All right, what's my number one all-time favorite fragrance in my collection currently? The sexiest cool weather fragrance that I own? Let's talk about it. Welcome to Just Breathe Fragrances. On this show, we've experienced thousands of fragrances across every category to bring you honest, insightful, and unbiased reviews, interviews, and so much more so you can smell your absolute best in every moment that matters. So for me, out of about 4,000 sample bottles that I own, a little bit over 400 full bottles, there's one fragrance that has stolen my heart. And in fact, it's stolen the show. It's a fragrance that I learned about maybe 5 months ago, not quite 6 months ago, whenever I bought the Chris Collins Discovery set, and there were a few in there that I really liked. There was one that as soon as I smelled it, I started making faces, making noises, cursing. I almost dropped the tester bottle. It literally gave me an involuntary reaction. It's so good. And that is Chris Collins's absolute masterpiece, Lust. Now there is definitely a reason why this is called Lust. We're gonna go in depth over this. I dare waste a spray on a tester strip. It is my scent of the day. Okay, so I love this fragrance. Let's just start with that. It is a 10 out of 10 masterpiece in my opinion. This is a 2024 release from the house of Chris Collins. The perfumer is Alexis Grosjean, and this is something that I was doing research on this fragrance before I actually committed to a full bottle because it is about $225. It's not on any discounters that I could find, okay? And so anything above 200 bucks, I've got to do a little bit of research myself. So this is a fragrance that is a chocolatey oud fragrance that has some nuttiness in there from hazelnut and walnut, okay? So what you're really getting is a sensual, dense, chocolate, hazelnut, oud fragrance that in my opinion is the best use of oud I've ever encountered. And typically Cambodian oud has a little bit of sweetness to it, so I wonder if they didn't use Cambodian oud. It does have musk in there. Some musks can be used to have a fruit accord. Some can be used to come off clean and soapy. So this has that nice soft white musk in it, but the orris root is what rounds out the composition and adds this sensual smoothness in there along with the oud. This is gorgeous. It is semi-sweet. It is very strong in my opinion. This is one I typically overspray everything, and I put 2 sprays on the back of my neck before I put my shirt on, 1 spray on both sides of my chest, 1 on my abdomen, 1 on both arms. And I just got back from a meeting where as soon as they opened the door to the room that I was in, they said that my fragrance hit them in the face. They said it wasn't too much, but they could certainly smell me. And this is one that announces its presence before you announce your presence. And I've worn this, as you can see, I've got some experience with it. If you see the dent in the bottle, I've worn this around quite a few people. Nobody has said that it gave them a headache. No one has said that it was offensive, and I spray quite a bit. You'd probably be okay with 3 sprays of this. It's of the highest quality ingredients. So what you're getting is that chocolate, hazelnut, orris root, oud, and a little benzoin in there as well to add this resinous touch. But this is gorgeous. In my opinion, it should be a 9 or a 10 out of 10 for anybody. Chris Collins's Lust absolutely hit it out the park. So when might you wear this? Okay, so for me, I've already worn this in a casual environment, and I think you can get away with that. Pretty much any occasion would be all right. But this is one that I think is great for date nights, cool weather, really good for formal settings. If you're wearing a suit and tie, I wouldn't wear this in an office environment or really at work. But if you're doing something formal, like a special occasion, this is definitely one that would be appropriate. This is one that I probably wouldn't wear often in the summertime unless it was a climate controlled environment, because I could see where this would be a little overwhelming for some people. All right, so the longevity I would say is above moderate, probably almost eternal. You're going to get a solid 10 hours or so out of this fragrance. The projection is bordering on beast mode projection, right? This is going to be one that fills a room, but not like super aggressively. As far as the actual scent itself, in my opinion, it's a 10 out of 10. With me, there's been so many fragrances that I had high hopes for and they fell flat. This is one that over-delivered in every way humanly possible. All right, so that just about does it for my full review of Chris Collins's Lust. I will say this made my top 5 all-time favorite fragrances video. I'm gonna go ahead and link that one right here. That way you can go ahead and check that one out, because there's 5 fragrances that to me are all 10 out of 10 masterpieces in that video. What's your favorite from the house of Chris Collins? African Rubois is another one that's really good. I'll end up getting a full bottle of that one here soon. But tell me what's your favorite from the house. Have you experienced Lust by Chris Collins? If so, tell me your thoughts on that one. And as always, we are a growing channel, so feel free to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so you actually see content like this from me in the future. And remember, a great scent doesn't just smell good, it says something. So choose what smells right for you and just breathe. Thank you.